Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie with MemoryINKers.com. I know it's been a while. As many of you know, I have been going through a kitchen renovation from heck. It's been quite the little nightmare, but and consequence to that is my stamp room has been kind of overtaken with all of the stuff that belongs in the kitchen. So we're finally able to put everything back in the kitchen. It isn't quite done. And I still have piles of stuff to clean up down here. So I'm not showing you the back of the house yet, but I will. So just a little quick one today. I wanted to show you this fun card that I made. This uses the Lasting Lily stamp set, which is a part of the 2019 Sale-a-bration rewards program. It's actually very popular and a very beautiful set with a ton of beautiful sayings. So this particular one is the first one that I made, and you can see, I don't know how well it's showing up, but these are actually dimensional, and then I've stamped the inside. So I am basically going to show you how to redo this card slightly different colors and a few different things. So let me do that real quick. For the most part, I have pre-stamped everything so that you don't have to watch me stamp. Y'all know how to stamp. One of the things, though, I want to point out is this awesome new dies that we have, the rectangular stitch framelits. Oh my golly, they're so awesome. You know, I have a thing about dies and punches anyway, but these are one of those double stitch ones where it actually, when you cut the, like you can see here, hopefully you can see here, it has the stitches. Well, what you can't see is, let's say this is all the Whisper White. It would have left stitches on the negative piece too, so you can use it for a frame, which I actually have on my blog. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I don't know the date, but it's coming. I'm not sure exactly when though. I'll try to post it for you guys. Anyway, so so that's where I'm starting, and this is actually for the inside piece. So I've already pre-cut my designer series paper, which is the fun gingham paper, and I don't know if you're aware that it's the same color but two different sizes ginghams, depending on what you want. I think I'm going to go with the big, just because it's bold and it's fun. This is a little bit softer look. Oh, no, I can't decide. Maybe I will go with this one. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little snail on the back. I'm in Michigan, where, although it's freezing, you can probably hear my heater in the background. I apologize, but otherwise I would be like chattering teeth. It is as many of you know, my stamp room is in my basement, and it's quite cold. So first, I always make sure I have the card going the right way. I don't know about you, but I have made cards upside down and backwards. So I'm just going to put that there, and then I am going, oh shoot, I forgot I was going to do the ribbon. Well, we're going to do it a little bit, you know, at least this isn't live, because y'all know how I do with that. So I'm using, I'm sorry to tell you, the no longer available awesome ribbon that came in Sale-a-bration. I'm sorry, you cannot get this anymore. But as you can see with this one, I did use ribbon that's purchasable, so it's not like you can't use other ribbon. Okay, one of the things that I forgot to do here was I wanted to adhere it before I did the designer series paper. I know none of you have ever done that, but actually if you go very slowly and soon after you have added it, you can get it back on there. Now, I should have done this first. I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the ribbon, and then I'm going to decide where I want it. Oh shoot, I am so sideways and backwards right now. I also want to attach this first. So let's just peel this off. See, you know what? This is what happens when you haven't been down in your craft room in a while. You kind of like lose your mind. Not that I had mine. It doesn't stay with me on a regular basis, my mind, I mean. So I'm using a silicone sheet since I have adhesive on the back of that. So I'm going to adhere this down first. As you can, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if this is in frame, but I'm following that card. So let me peek where I am frame-wise. All right, you can see this, but you can't see me putting on snail, which is fine. It's not like you don't know how to add adhesive. I'm assuming that you do. So I'm going to put that kind of centered in there. Then, before that, I am going to add my flowers. Now, there is, in March, there will be some awesome new framelits to cut all of these images out. They are not yet available, and really, this is not that hard to fussy cut. I have some extra ones stamped here. So you can see this is the hardest place, and I didn't really freak out about that too much. Here's the one I'm going to use, which is this one. And you can see that it's really not great. That's okay. You know, these kind of leaves kind of curly up anyway. So what I'm going to do is, I already have this one adhered together, and I am going to add a little snail to the bottom part of the stem. Okay, and if you use your silicone mat, you can kind of push it up back on there. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using the minis right now. However, you know, if you have the regular ones, those will work just fine as well. So I just have 3 on there. See if I can pick this up without... I feel like I've never done a video with how crazy I'm being right now. So, you know, take the backings off, of course. And then I'm going to add this right there. And I'm going to let this part stick up, and then this part gets pushed down. So it kind of flattens out the stem. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to attach this. All I did was I added it through snail. Yes, you can use the adhesive sheet. If you do that and then rub like this, you're going to get most of it off from behind the little holes in there. And whatever you don't, just kind of move it around with your fingers. And then I'm going to adhere it to the front of the large lily. It's not perfect. I always think of Harry Potter when I say the word Lily. I can't help it. It's his mom. I'm a big Harry Potter fan and a bit of a dork. So, again, I am using Stampin' Dimensionals to adhere that, and a little bit of snail on the tail end of it, which I did on my tabletop, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I'll clean it up after. Okay. So now I have this one, and it's going to kind of go off a little bit, like that. And then I cut out, there's a leaf here that I cut out, and as you can see, I've got it here as well. So that is going to go on straight with just straight snail. I'm not popping that up. You could. I just chose not to. So grab that. And most of this will be covered, so you don't have to worry about how perfectly on it is. I don't want it to hang off too far here because I know I'm going to mount this to my card. So, so that's where we are there. Okay, so now I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to adhere it right there. And what's nice about the gingham is you can kind of line it up. And then peel this off since I already did the sticky. And fold those ends down. Nice and even. And there you have that part. And then we're going to adhere it to the front of the card. I'm just going to add a little snail because you can see I kind of pulled up some of the cardstock when I took it off. But once the card is put together, all these schmutzes, no one will know. So I'm going to put it back down. There we go. Trying to see how much time I have on. Okay, you might see a splice here because I was running out of time because I talk too much. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's a terrible thing. So this time, this one was a thank you card for supporting Endless Love. And then I wrote, "You're proof there's good in the world" inside, which is, I think, very pretty. But I wanted to have a variety. So for this one, I decided to do a birthday card. And I used sentiments from the awesome Wishing You Well stamp set. It's a huge set, double set of all kinds of words. And it has a bundle that has like really cool framelit words. I really love framelit words. I'm not using them today, but I will show them to you in the future, I am certain. So now this is going to get popped up with Stampin' Dimensionals as well. So we're going to do that real quick. This video is going much longer than I intended it to, so I apologize for that. I know sometimes you guys just get bored watching somebody do stuff you know how to do, so I apologize for that. So, okay, so there is that, and I've got the best thing about today is you. And then I pre-made a bow, and then I like to use tear and tape. And I like to put that on it because it holds the bow from untying. And then I'm just going to set that there. I'm probably going to trim these off. And then real quick, I'm going to stamp the inside of the image, and I'll show you how fun and easy that is to do. I'm using Grapefruit Grove to stamp I'm doing the flower part first. And I really should have some foam under here. Here we go. Instead of that. And then I'm going to just stamp that up in the corner, hoping I'm still in frame. I'll close that later because it's giving me trouble. It's probably frozen. It's so cold down here. And then the leaf and stem. Interesting thing about the stem is, you know, you can, because it's long, I could like put it on a curve. So let's do that just for fun. And then you just line it up. See, now it looks like it's sort of coming off the pages, although lilies tend to actually have a pretty good straight stem. And then I'm just going to use the Memento ink to add Happy Birthday, which I've already set on there. That is also from the Well Said stamp. It is a little bit crooked, but you know how I feel about perfection. It is quite overrated. If you were looking for the perfect Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you are not done looking, because I am not her. I am just a fun and silly crazy Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So basically, there is your card. I always recommend that you sign or stamp the back of your card, which I always do. Oops, that's been on there too long. So I hope you liked it. It is a double version of these two cards. Thanks, bye.